Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard. It is a damn fine day to talk about a book, and we're going to talk about Dreams for the Dying by Adam Light. This is a short story collection. It's got longer-ish stories in there. You know, a lot of 30 to 40 page stories. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 stories in roughly 270 pages. All of them, I think all of them were rereads for me. If they weren't, like maybe one story was not a reread. I had caught the vast majority of them right here in Toes Up Horror to Die For. So all of these stories that are in this book, I think all of them, are recollected in this one. This one's got a bit of a better looking cover, in my opinion. I dig that cover. Okay, I like this cover a lot more than the Dead Guy's Toes. I'll have to admit. And then some of the other ones. There's 2 Halloween stories in here that were in the Corpus Press Bad Apples series, and there's 3 volumes of those, and we got a bunch of my favorite guys: Edward Lorne, Gregor Zane, the Light Brothers, Jason Parent. Um, but there's 3 volumes of there, and then those are collected into one massive volume, and then Panacea. Which I read in this chapbook format. This is the final story in the book, and so I've read them all, I think, before. Now, I'd be lying if I said that didn't lessen my enjoyment a little bit. I mean, every single story I got into, and I was like, oh shit, I've been here before, you know. And I think I was going to let that sway my review down to around the 3-star range, and that wouldn't be fair. So I think with this book, I think I gave Toes Up 4. I don't know. I think I'm somewhere around 3.5 on this one, which means 4. It means this is also a 4-star story collection. I mean, it's a cool thing because it collects a lot of Adam's work from other sources and puts it into one place. And if you've never read Adam Light, then this is definitely the place to start. I'm a big fan of Corpus Press. They put out some really, really great anthologies and other stuff, and so we're at 4 on this. Now, again, I think I said 11 stories across 270 pages. There are shorts on shorts up for all of the stories, so check those out. When I get done here, I'll collect those and this review into a playlist, and you can check it out and see what you think you like. For me, I picked my top 4, and my 4th favorite story in this book is Serving the Spirits, and basically we're following a female character. She marries a shitty husband. She don't really know he's a shitty husband, but they are in her father's house, and her father's a famous author, like big prolific author, like even goes so far as to say something to the effect of he could title his next book a flaming bag of dog shit, and it would sell millions and millions of copies, but he has gone off to a South American country. I can't remember exactly where it was, Brazil, Argentina, something, to do some research for his next book. Now, he believes that his son-in-law is an absolute piece of shit. He believes he is trying to kind of wants to off him and like steal his books from the trunk and publish them under his name. Just believes he's a real piece of shit. The daughter's kind of coming along. She kind of is feeling this, and the husband and the wife are in this house in the middle of a big hurricane, a big storm, and the storm is almost like a third character in this book. I mean, it's just ever present, and you can feel it. I hate using the word atmospheric, but it is. And this has all come to a head. The woman's been drugged. We know this. She's been drugged. She is woozy. She has been given Rohypnol or whatever it was. The husband is drunk and is preparing to kill her. Like, not only was it enough to take all, to get some of Dad's money and fame, he wants all of it. Like, he wants her gone too, so he can have it all. And but Dad knew about this. Dad never trusted the dude, and he has sent something from this South American country, from his research, a bit of voodoo, something to protect his daughter, and that's all you're going to get. But it's a pretty cool story. That's my fourth favorite. My third is Gone. And this is a man wakes up and it is just a shit day. And you ever like lay in bed at night and you get that feeling that you've forgotten something? I mean, there's something important, something you were supposed to have done. I mean, it's just something important, and you just cannot figure it out, and but because of that you can't go to sleep, and just a sense of dread and foreboding and whatever it is. This whole story, reading this story, I had those feelings. But he wakes up, it's a horrible day, he's overslept, bad morning, he can't find his shoe, can't find his car keys, leaves his wallet at home, and he just wants a cup of coffee, man. And he comes up to the coffee shop on the corner, and he doesn't have his wallet, he can't, no parking, can't, just everything. It's one thing after another, and just when you think, it can't get any worse, it literally goes to the worst possible scenario. And this is a supernatural tale of grief, tragedy, and confusion. Now, my second favorite story is the first story in the book, and it's called Taken. And Jack is a long-haul truck driver, and he abducts a woman to bring her back to his goddess, his lover. He refers to her as a goddess, and it feels like Jack has done something wrong, and this woman has put him on a course of abducting a young woman and bringing her back to kind of pay his debt for whatever he's done. And he abducts Rain and ties her up in the back and takes her there. But Rain is a bad girl. You don't want to mess with Rain. Rain ain't messing around. Rain is not going to be the final girl. She's not your average victim. And but when you get there, it all twists up on you, and it's in a way where like it twists and untwists and twists. Like you think that you know what's going on, and then it kind of pulls back a bit, and then you're like, no, it's definitely what I thought it would. And so it's a cool story. It's my second favorite in the book. Now, my number one is Panacea. It's more like a novelette. I think in this format it was like 47 pages long, but in Panacea, Panacea is like a cure-all drug, right? And so our main character, he's him and his wife are in their golden years. They've retired. It's time to enjoy a little bit of life before they move on. They've worked hard their whole lives, and it's time to have a bit of fun, a bit of enjoyment. And of course, Cancer has another idea. Cancer comes and latches hold of his wife, and she's just in a horrible state, and he's taking care of her, but he gets clued in on this Panacea, and it's you're weighing the high or the pros and cons, right? Well, she's on death's doorstep, she's miserable. Some days he just wants to just to end it for her, take her pain away. So there's really not a lot to lose, right? If she feels better for a week, it would be worth it. If she pulls out of this for a few days and he gets to talk to her one last time, it would be worth it, right? Well, it's a story of miracles and consequences, and loss and grief and all these things, and it goes to a really, really dark place, and there's really escalating terror in that story. Now, it takes something very pretty, that old love, that old life of love, and just puts a really, really sick and dark twist on it, which I didn't love, if you know what I mean. But then I love, I appreciated it. Anyway, so that's it. That's Dreams for the Dying. It's my third or fourth Adam Light read, if you count the little chapbooks and Toes Up and whatnot. Dreams for the Dying, I'm at 4 stars. Adam Light, this is Corpus Press. Check it out. Check out their anthologies. They've got the In Darkness Delight anthologies. I've read the first 2 of those. I think there's a third one coming out. I really, really enjoyed those anthologies. So anyway, check it out. This has been Well Read Beard. This has been my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying all your books, all of them. as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn books.